Holiday Encounter of 2022 event by Colton Dennis. Hello everyone and welcome to Holiday Encounter, the first pay-per-view for ADW. And tonight we might have different champions, said announcer number 2. That's right, 4 women will fight for a new title called the XX Championship, said announcer number 1. Plus, our main event, The Punisher vs. Hazard for the Global Championship, said announcer number 2. That's right. We could see the global title on ADW, said announcer number 1. Backstage. Appears. Ann Dennis appears walking up to a podium. Hello everyone. I want to welcome you all to our very first pay-per-view. Now tonight we already have matches in store. So, I want you all to go out there and entertain everyone. I thank you for your time, said Ann. The Hatred Slam wrestlers are walking away. Ann turns around, then stops. Both Digger and Suave appear. Hello, Miss Dennis. I hope we are not disturbing you, said Digger. Not at all, gentlemen. How could I help you? Asked Ann. Well, since you and James never picked us for your show, I guess you both forgot that we're the tag team champions. We're the best tag team ever. Ain't that right, Suave? Asked Digger. Damn straight, said Suave. Alright, did you come all the way down here just to say that? Asked Ann. Actually, we were thinking, what's a very first pay-per-view without the tag champs? You know what I'm saying, said Digger. So, you want a match tonight? Asked Ann. Yeah, said Suave. Alright, you'll get your match tonight. And just so you don't get all worked up, the titles won't be on the line. Because to me, if you win a number 1 contenders match or pin the champions, you should get a shot, said Ann. Alright, so, who are our opponents? Asked Digger. Why don't you go to the ring? And I'll choose for you. Unless you don't like surprises? Asked Ann. We love surprises. Come on, Suave, said Digger. Both Digger and Suave walk away. Ann smiles. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for 1 fall and is a tag team match. Introducing in the ring. They are the tag team champions, Digger and Suave. Both Digger and Suave raise their titles. And their opponents. Music playing. The Stalker appears walking onto the stage, then down the ramp. Introducing first, the Stalker. The Stalker slides into the ring. And his tag team partner. Music playing. The Clam runs down the ramp, then slides into the ring. The Clam, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Both Digger and the Stalker lock up. Digger puts a headlock onto the Stalker. The Stalker punches Digger's stomach. Digger groans. The Stalker grabs Digger's hands, then tries breaking the headlock. Digger pulls the Stalker back. The Stalker bounces Digger off the ropes, then shoulder tackles him. Digger laying on the mat. Then rolls towards his corner. Come on, said the Stalker. Digger stands up, goes to lock up with the Stalker, walks backwards, then tags Suave's chest. Suave goes through the middle rope. Both Suave and the Stalker lock up. The Stalker puts a headlock onto Suave. Suave elbows the Stalker's stomach. The Stalker groans. Suave bounces the Stalker off the ropes, then dropkicks him. The Stalker groaning. Suave pushes the Stalker onto the mat, then covers him. 1, 2. The Stalker kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Suave grabs the Stalker, walks, then bounces his head off the top turnbuckle. Digger tags Suave's back, goes through the middle ropes, then starts kicking their Stalker. The Stalker sliding down the corner. Digger continuously kicking the Stalker, puts his boot underneath his chin, then pushes his head through the bottom and middle rope. Hey, come one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Digger walks backwards. You watch yourself, said referee number 1. Digger approaches the stalker, picks him up, bounces him off the ropes, then goes to clothesline him. The stalker ducks, runs, bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then does a jumping clothesline onto Digger. Both Digger and the stalker are laying on the mat. Come on, stalker. Come on, said the clam, holding out his right hand. Both Digger and the stalker are crawling towards their corners, then tagging both Suave's and the clam's hands. The clam continuously clothesline Suave, lifts him up, then slams him onto the mat. Suave groans. The clam bounces off the ropes. Digger grabs the clam's left leg, then turns around. The clam looks at Digger, runs, bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then does a baseball slide onto him. Digger goes into the barricade. The clam stands onto the ledge of the ring, then climbs up the turnbuckle. Suave punches the clam. The clam sitting on the top turnbuckle. Suave continuously punches the clam, climbs onto the second rope, then sets up for suplex. Here we go. A suplex is coming, said announcer number 2. The clam punches Suave's left side. Suave groaning. The clam pushes Suave off the second rope. Suave lands onto the mat. The clam climbs onto the top rope. Digger climbs onto the ledge of the ring, then shakes the top ropes. The clam lands onto the top turnbuckle again, then groans. The stalker approaches. Digger runs around the ring. Hey, 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 come on, said referee number 1, staring at both Digger and the stalker. The hood jumps over the barricade, climbs onto the ledge of the ring, then punches the clam with a pair of brass knuckles. The clam swaying on the top rope. The hood jumps off the ledge of the ring, then climbs over the barricade. Suave stands up, climbs onto the second rope, sets up for a suplex, then lifts the clam. Both Suave and the clam land onto the mat. Both Digger and Suave might have it here, said announcer number 1. Yeah, thanks to the hood, said announcer number 2. Suave covers the clam. Referee number 1 looks. 1, 2. The clam barely kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. How'd the clam kick out of that? Asked announcer number 2. I have no idea, said announcer number 1. Suave stands up, grabs the clam, sets him up for a pump handle slam, then lifts him. The clam lands onto his feet behind Suave, bends him backwards, then does an inverted DDT onto him. Both Suave and the clam are laying in the middle of the ring. Come on, clam. Come on, said the stalker standing on the ledge of the ring, then holds out his right hand. Digger jumps off the ledge of the ring, runs around it, then pulls the stalker off of it. The stalker hits his head off the steel stairs. Digger runs back around the ring, then climbs onto the ledge of it. Come on, Suave, said Digger, holding out his left hand. Suave tags Digger's left hand. Digger goes through the middle rope, then goes for an elbow drop onto the clam. The clam moves. Digger lands onto the mat, groans, then holds his right elbow. The clam pulls himself up with the ropes. Digger runs at the clam. The clam lifts Digger over the top rope. Digger lands onto the floor, groans, then slowly stands up. The stalker clotheslines Digger onto the floor. Huh? How'd you like that? Asked the stalker, climbing onto the ledge of the ring. The clam looks at the stalker, then walks towards him. Suave goes through the middle rope, then runs at the clam. The clam pulls down the top rope. Suave goes over the top rope, then lands onto the floor. The clam walking along the ropes, then tags the stalker's left hand. The Stalker jumps off the ledge of the ring, grabs Digger, then throws him into it. Digger rolling towards the opposite side of the ring. The Stalker runs around the ring. Digger rolls outside, then turns around. The Stalker clotheslines Digger onto the floor again. Digger groans. The Stalker picks Digger up, throws him into the ring, then slides inside. Digger groaning, then stands up. The Stalker bounces Digger off the ropes, then does a flapjack onto him. Digger groans. The Stalker covers Digger. 1, 2. Digger kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. The Stalker stands up, then grabs Digger's head. Digger moves the Stalker's arms, then pokes his left eye. The Stalker groaning. Hey, I could disqualify you for that, said referee number 1, approaching the Stalker. Digger kneels into the corner, then tries removing the top turnbuckle pad. Referee number 1 approaches Digger, moves him, then puts the turnbuckle pad back onto the turnbuckle. Digger pulls out a pair of brass knuckles, puts them in, then turns around. The Stalker kicks Digger in his testicles. Digger groans, then falls onto the mat. The Stalker falls onto the mat too. Referee number 1 turns around, then sees both Digger and the Stalker laying on the mat. Digger groaning. Are you all right? Asked referee number 1, kneeling next to Digger, then sees the pair of brass knuckles. Digger looks at the pair of brass knuckles on his right hand. No, 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 said Digger. Did you hit him with those? Asked referee number 1. No, 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 I didn't, said Digger. Referee number 1 walks towards the Stalker, then taps him. The Stalker groaning, then slowly moves. Are you all right? What happened? Asked referee number 1. He hit me with those, said the Stalker, holding his head. You hit him with those. That's it. Ring the bell. Bell dings. Referee number 1 approaches announcer number 3. Digger used the brass knuckles on the Stalker. So your winners by disqualification, the Clam and the Stalker, said referee number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners by disqualification, the Clam and the Stalker, said announce number 3. What? He kicked me in my balls, said Digger, suave, standing next to Digger. Both the Clam and the Stalker are walking up the ramp. The Stalker, holding his head, smiles, then winks at Digger. Digger kicking the ropes. What a brilliant way to outsmart Digger, said announce number 2. Well, Digger kind of did it to himself when he started bragging backstage. Alright folks, up next, a fatal 4-way for the XX Championship, said announcer number 1. I can't wait. We're gonna have ourselves the first ever XX Championship, said announcer number 2. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall. Is a fatal 4-way match. And is for the XX Championship. Introducing the challengers, Tigress, Karma, Onyxia and Curtains, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. All 4 are looking at each other. Both Karma and Tigress run at both Curtains and Onyxia. Karma throws Onyxia through the middle ropes. Curtains goes to clothesline Tigress. Tigress lifts Curtains over the top rope. Curtains lands onto the ledge of the ring. Tigress punches Curtains. Curtains punches Tigress, then grabs her hair. Tigress punching Curtains' left side. Curtains groans. Karma runs at Tigress. Tigress moves. Karma rams into Curtains. Curtains lands onto the announce table. Both Karma and Tigress are looking at each other. Here's a fight that's worth seeing, said announcer number 1. Both Karma and Tigress are walking around the ring. Then get face to face. Both Curtains and Onyxia slide into the ring, then start attacking both Karma and Tigress. Onyxia bounces Karma off the ropes, then clotheslines her. Karma rolls outside of the ring. Curtains bounces Tigress off the ropes. Tigress reverses it, then bends over. Curtains kicks Tigress's chest. Tigress stands up, then groans. Curtains dropkicks Tigress. Tigress rolls outside of the ring. Both Curtains and Onyxia look at each other, then lock up. Onyxia puts a headlock onto Curtains. Curtains bounces Onyxia off the ropes, then pushes her. Onyxia holds onto Curtains' head. Both are laying on the mat. Curtains groaning, then rolls Onyxia up. 1, 2. Onyxia rolls back into the headlock. 2, said referee number 2. Onyxia tightens the headlock. Curtains continuously rolls Onyxia. Both Curtains and Onyxia go underneath the bottom rope. Onyxia continues holding onto the headlock. Curtains slowly stands up, punches Onyxia's left side, lifts her up, then runs towards the post. Onyxia goes into the ring post, then falls onto the floor. Curtains holding her neck. Onyxia landed awkwardly, said announcer number 2. Let's hope she's all right, said announcer number 1. Karma runs, then dropkicks Curtains. Curtains goes into the barricade. Karma stands, then grabs Onyxia. Onyxia goes limp. Karma tires, picking Onyxia up. Onyxia falls onto the floor. We need help, said Karma. Paramedics are running down the ramp, then kneel next to Onyxia. Karma slides into the ring. Tigress appears on the top turnbuckle. Karma turns around. Tigress jumps off, does a crossbody onto Karma, then covers her. 1, 2. Karma kicks out. 2. Tigress stands up, then grabs Karma. Karma moves Tigress's arm, then kicks the sides of her legs. Tigress groaning. Karma bounces Tigress off the ropes, then goes for a dropkick. Tigress holds onto the ropes. Karma lands onto the mat. Tigress does a jackknife cover onto Karma. 1, 2. Karma kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Both Karma and Tigress stand up, then double clothesline each other. Both Karma and Tigress just went for the same move, said announcer number 2. Yeah, and Onyxia is slowly moving now, said announcer number 1. The paramedics are helping Onyxia walk up the ramp. Onyxia falls onto the ramp. She doesn't look good, said announcer number 2. Just as long as they could get her into the back, said announcer number 1. Both Karma and Tigress are slowly moving. Curtains slides into the ring, then double clotheslines both Karma and Tigress. Curtains throws Karma through the middle ropes, then rolls outside of the ring. This is it for you, said Curtains, picking up Karma. Tigress bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then does a baseball slide onto both Curtains and Karma. Both Curtains and Karma land onto the floor. Tigress is sitting on the ledge of the ring, stands up onto it, approaches the turnbuckle, then climbs up it. What on earth is Tigress thinking? Asked announcer number 2. I don't know. But this ain't gonna be pretty, said announcer number 1. Both Curtains and Karma are slowly standing up. Tigress gets to the top rope, jumps off, does a moonsault, then lands onto both Curtains and Karma. All 3 women are down, said announcer number 2. That was a beautiful moonsault by Tigress, said announcer number 1. Tigress is slowly standing, then holds her left leg. Tigress must have twisted her knee or hit it off the floor, said announcer number 2. Tigress limping grabs Curtains, then throws her into the ring. Curtains rolling. Tigress slides into the ring. Stands up, then waves at Curtains. Looks like Tigress wants to put this away. Curtains stands up, then turns around. Tigress goes for a super kick. Curtains ducks, runs, bounces off the ropes then. Shoulder blocks Tigress's left leg. Tigress flips onto the mat, groans then holds her left leg. Curtains stands up, grabs Tigress's left leg, wraps around it then locks in a figure 4 leg lock. Tigress groaning. Curtains nodding her head. Tap, 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 said Curtains. Karma appears on their top turnbuckle, jumps off, then does a body splash onto Curtains. Curtains breaks the submission. Nice idea by Karma. Breaking the hold, said announcer number 1. Very smart, said announcer number 2. Karma stands up, wraps her arms around Curtains' arms, then does a sit-out tiger suplex onto her. 1, 2. Curtains kicks out. 2. Karma stands up. Tigress goes for a clothesline. Karma ducks, wraps her arms around Tigress's arms, then does a backslide onto her. 1, 2. Tigress kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Both Karma and Tigress stand up. Karma goes to clothesline Tigress. Tigress ducks. Karma bounces off the ropes. Tigress superkicks Karma. Karma falls through the middle ropes then lands onto the floor. Nice superkick by Tigress, said announcer number 2. Yeah, but she can't capitalize, said announcer number 1. Tigress crawls towards the ropes then pulls herself up with them. Curtains stands up then runs at Tigress. Tigress looks at Curtains then quickly superkicks her. Curtains lands onto the mat. Tigress crawling towards Curtains then puts her left arm over her. 1, 2. Onyxia lands onto Tigress. 2, said referee number 2. Onyxia is back in this, said announcer number 2. Yeah, but she doesn't look that good. She should get knocked out, said announcer number 1. Karma slowly climbs onto the ledge of the ring. Onyxia grabs Tigress then throws her into Karma. Both Karma and Tigress land onto the floor. Onyxia turns around, looks at Curtains, turns her onto her stomach then goes for a camel clutch. Curtains moves then pulls onto Onyxia's leg. Onyxia lands face first onto the mat then groans. Curtains turns Onyxia onto her back, wraps around her left leg then locks in a figure 4 leg lock. Onyxia screaming. Curtains tightens the submission. Onyxia raises her right hand. Tap, 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 said Curtains tightening the submission again. Onyxia taps out. Ring the bell, said referee number 2. Bell dings. Here's your winner and the very first XX champion, Curtains, said announcer number 3. Curtains breaks the submission, kneels onto the mat, looks at the XX championship, then grabs it. Referee number 2 raises Curtains' left arm. Congratulations to Curtains, our very first XX champion, said announcer number 1. I can't believe it, especially Onyxia, after what Curtains did to her. How'd she manage to come back down the ramp? Asked announcer number 2. Maybe it was pent-up adrenaline. Well folks, up next, the main event. The Punisher will take on Hazard for the Global Championship, said announcer number 1. Will we have the Global Champion on ADW? Asked announcer number 2. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is for the Global Championship. Introducing the challengers. First, the Punisher and his opponent. He is the Global Champion. Hazard, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Here we go. Hazard versus the Punisher, said announcer number 2. Both Hazard and the Punisher lock up. Hazard puts a headlock onto the Punisher. The Punisher elbows Hazard's stomach, then bounces him off the ropes. Hazard's shoulder blocks the Punisher. The Punisher rolls towards ropes, then looks at Hazard. "Come on, let's see what you got," said Hazard. The Punisher stands up. Both Hazard and the Punisher lock up again. The Punisher puts a headlock onto Hazard. Hazard punches the Punisher's stomach, bounces him off ropes, then does another shoulder block. The Punisher laying on the mat. Hazard runs, bounces off the ropes, then jumps over the Punisher. The Punisher stands up, then does a hip toss onto Hazard. Hazard groans, then kneels next to the ropes. "How's that?" asked the Punisher. Hazard nods his head. "Nice one." "Very nice," said Hazard, standing up, then locking up with the Punisher a third time. The Punisher puts a headlock onto Hazard again. Hazard, groaning, punches the Punisher's stomach, then tries pushing him. The Punisher holds onto Hazard's head. Hazard kneels, stands up, wraps his arms around the Punisher's waist, then does a back suplex onto him. The Punisher groans. Hazard, shaking his head, then stands up. The Punisher pulls himself up with the ropes. Hazard chops the Punisher's chest. The Punisher groans, walks away, then punches Hazard. Hazard groans, then chops the Punisher's chest again. The Punisher groans, then punches Hazard again. Hazard staggers, then punches the Punisher. The Punisher staggers, then goes to punch Hazard again. Hazard ducks. The Punisher runs, bounces off the ropes, then holds onto them. Hazard, staring at the Punisher, then runs at him. The Punisher pulls down the top rope. Hazard goes over the top rope, then lands onto the floor. The Punisher rolls outside of the ring. "The Punisher knows that he can't win the title by count out," said announce number 1. The Punisher grabs Hazard, then bounces his head off the announce table. Hazard groans, then walks away. The Punisher follows Hazard. 5, 6, said referee number 3. The Punisher hits Hazard's back, then rams him into the ring. "Punisher needs to get into the ring," said announce number 1. The Punisher slides into the ring, then rolls back outside it. Hazard, leaning against the barricade, runs, then rams the Punisher into the ring. The Punisher groans. Hazard grabs the Punisher, then rams him into the barricade. The Punisher groans again. Hazard rolls into the ring, then back outside of it. The Punisher walking. Hazard hits the Punisher's back, grabs his head, then bounces it off the announce table. The Punisher groans. Hazard grabs the Punisher, then throws him into the ring. The Punisher rolling the stops. Hazard slides into the ring. The Punisher slowly stands up. Hazard hits the Punisher's back. The Punisher groans. Hazard bounces the Punisher off the ropes, then bends over. The Punisher kicks Hazard's chest. Hazard stands up. The Punisher clotheslines Hazard. Hazard groans. The Punisher covers Hazard. 1, 2. Hazard kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. The Punisher stands up, grabs Hazard, lifts him up, then slams him onto the mat. Hazard groans. The Punisher goes through the middle ropes, climbs up the turnbuckle, then gets to the top rope. Hazard stands up, then punches the Punisher. The Punisher sitting on the top rope. Hazard punches the Punisher a few more times, then climbs onto the second rope. The Punisher punches Hazard. Hazard groans, then punches the Punisher. Both Hazard and the Punisher are continuously punching each other. "One of these two needs to give," said announcer number 1. The Punisher continuously punches Hazard. Hazard goes limp, then falls off the second rope. The Punisher climbs onto the top turnbuckle, jumps off, does an elbow drop onto Hazard, then covers him. 1, 2. Hazard kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. That was so close. Hazard could have lost his title right there, said announcer number 1. Yeah, but somehow he kicked out, said announcer number 2. The Punisher stands up, picks up Hazard, then sets him up for a suplex. The Punisher looking for his finisher, said announcer number 1. He connects with this. We definitely have a new champion, said announcer number 2. The Punisher lifts Hazard. Hazard lands onto his feet behind the Punisher, then pushes him. The Punisher bounces off the ropes. Hazard does a sit-out spinebuster onto the Punisher. Hazard just did his finisher, said announcer number 1. 1, 2. The Punisher kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. Hazard is holding his head. Oh my God, not many people could kick out of and quat. Hazardous, and quat, said announcer number 2. Yeah, but somehow the Punisher did, said announcer number 1. Hazard stands up, then grabs the Punisher. All right, let's see you try that again, said Hazard, throwing the Punisher into the ropes. The Punisher bounces off the ropes. Hazard lifts the Punisher. The Punisher jumps over Hazard, then lands onto his feet behind him. Hazard turns around. The Punisher kicks Hazard's stomach, sets him up, lifts him, then does in Impaler DDT onto him. He has it here, said announcer number 2. 1, 2. Hazard kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. What? No way. No way, said announcer number 2. Hazard just kicked out of Punisher's finisher. I can't believe that, said announcer number 1. The Punisher continues sitting on the mat. The Punisher is still in shock. Just like the rest of us, said announcer number 2. Yeah, because what do you do now? Said announcer number 1. I don't know. This is why Hazard's the only two-time champion, said announcer number 2. The Punisher stands up, picks Hazard up, then sets him up for a suplex again. He's going for it again, said announcer number 1. If he nails this, no way Hazard's kicking out, said announcer number 2. The Punisher lifts Hazard. Hazard lands onto his feet behind the Punisher, then walks into the corner. The Punisher runs at Hazard, then does a corner clothesline onto him. Hazard groans. The Punisher whips Hazard into the opposite corner, runs at him, then does a corner clothesline onto him again. Hazard groans, then walks out of the corner. The Punisher does a sit-out spinebuster onto Hazard. Oh my God, said announcer number 1. 1, 2. Hazard barely kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. The Punisher just shocked the world and delivered Hazard's own move onto himself, said announcer number 2. I just can't believe that happened. And Hazard still kicked out, said announcer number 1. Must not have gotten the whole thing, said announcer number 2. The Punisher stands up, goes through the middle ropes, climbs up the turnbuckle, gets to the top rope, jumps off, then goes for an elbow drop onto Hazard. Hazard moves out of the way. The Punisher lands onto the mat, groans, stands up, then turns around. Hazard kicks the Punisher's stomach, sets him up, lifts him up, then does a brain buster onto him. Oh my God, will Hazard do it? Asked announcer number 1. Hazard covers the Punisher. 1, 2. The Punisher barely kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. Oh my God, what do these two have to do just to beat each other? Asked announcer number 2. I don't know, but I don't think it's over yet, said announcer number 1. Hazard stands up, grabs the Punisher, walks towards the corner, then jumps onto the second rope. Looks like Hazard's going for a tornado DDT, said announcer number 2. The Punisher punches Hazard's stomach. Hazard groans. The Punisher continuously punches Hazard. Hazard is swaying on the second rope. The Punisher climbs onto the second rope, then sets up for a suplex. Is he thinking about doing his finisher off the top rope? Asked announcer number 1. If he is, this'll definitely put Hazard away, said announcer number 1. Hazard holding onto the top rope. The Punisher tires lifting Hazard. Again. Hazard continues holding onto the top rope, then punches the Punisher's right side. The Punisher groaning, then lets go of Hazard. Hazard continuously punching the Punisher, stands up on the second rope, then does a sit-out spine buster from it. Oh my god. And Quat, Hazardous and Quat, connects off the second rope. Will this do it? Asked announcer number 2. Hazard covers the Punisher. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 3. Bell dings. Here's your winner. And still the global champion, Hazard, said announcer number 3. The crowd is cheering. Congratulations to Hazard. He is still the global champion, said announcer number 2. Yeah, but let's not count out the Punisher. He took Hazard to the limit. There were a few times I thought he had won the match. But congratulations to Hazard's, said announcer number 1. Definitely. But now ADW doesn't have the global title, said announcer number 2. Well, maybe JDW will get it. Well folks, what a night. We crowned a new XX champion in curtains. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe out there and good night, said announcer number 1. Bye bye, said announcer number 2 waving. Hazard holding up the title. The crowd continues cheering. The end.